According to the Ministry of Justice, the number of tenants at risk of eviction is now higher than at any other time in the last decade.
High Court enforcement officers, and we come to repossess the property.
Today, they're in Docklands, East London, to carry out an eviction. The tenants haven't paid rent for the last 7 months, so the team have the authority to seize goods.
To be really, really careful.
The team are able to enter the flat with the front door key.
Hello? Hello? There's a laptop.
Once in, the search continues.
I don't want to touch that. I think you better call the old Bill.
Don't panic.
Better just call the police.
Yeah. There must be $1 million there.
The discovery changes everything.
I know this is an obvious thing to say, but it is obviously a crime scene. Don't touch anything fingerprint-wise.
Yeah, I wonder if you can. I'm High Court enforcement. I've just gained access to a property, and within the property is a box full of dollar bills. So I'd be grateful if someone could get here a bit lively.
I don't understand what the white powder is, though.
I would say there was $8.5 million there of mixed denomination.
Is that what it said?
What? Yeah.
Do not expose parked note to the light. Observe the presence of concentrated acting powder for good colour separation. $8.5 million. Will the police come in quickly or just take
Well, I
their
did
time?
say to him, I said, I'd rather you came a bit lively.
The team have been stopped in their tracks. All Paul and Steve can do is hope the police arrive quickly, in case the owner of the $8.5 million turns up. But 10 minutes later, the lift bell sounds.
Hi there. Just to let you know, we're High Court enforcement, and we've repossessed the property today. And everything in it.
I'm not the main tenant. I'm just a student.
OK.
So...
Well, what I'm going to say to you is now that you're not allowed into the property at all. If you want to take that up with us, you can talk to the police.
Can I be allowed to get my books and all?
Nothing at all just yet.
I need to call him. I need to let him know all this.
By all means, let him know. Give him a call.
Yeah.
Can you just keep an eye on the entrance?
Yes. The tenant's just come back, so you've got an issue now, so I'll call you back later.
Can ring the office, see where they are. Police, please. I'd like someone here sooner rather than later. The circumstances have changed. The tenants have arrived back, and we need your boys here.
They've taken over the apartment.
Unsure if he's connected to the money, and with the flat now a crime scene, Paul and Steve need to detain the man any way they can.
I'm a student. Do you want to see my ID and all that? I need to go to school today. So what is going to stop that?
Can I stop you there? You're not going to school today. You're going nowhere. You're effectively under arrest as of now. No phone calls either.
Paul is an ex-CID officer. His police training kicks in.
He's got another one.
Thank you.
The man is starting to get anxious. Paul and Steve have no idea who else might turn up or what the man might do next. And there's no sign of the police.
Good morning.
40 minutes after the original phone call, the police finally turn up.
Gained possession, room's empty. This one was extra locked. Parcel in the suitcase, opened it. Yeah. That's it.
These are his phones.
Okay.
His colleague is desperately trying to call him. Probably made about 30 calls in the last 20
no issues. Are you holding on to that, are you?
Yeah.
Right, no issues. Just keep your hands out your pocket for the time being, okay?
Right, young man, what's the score for that cash in there, mate?
What?
What's the score for all the money in that box?
That is not my room. If you ask them, it's locked when they came.
You're saying that you don't know anything of it?
Yeah.
That is your premises, yeah?
Yeah, but I don't get in his room, innit? I don't get that.
The man claims the locked bedroom belongs to another tenant, and he knows nothing about the money.
It's a crime scene now, mate. If everyone could just move back for us out the front door.
We're out the flat, so it's now their property as such. The police are now thrown us out, and there'll be lots of other people coming down as well. So,
The man is arrested, and the police have a new case. But Paul and Steve still haven't recovered the £8,500 debt.
The chances of recovering the money, in my inexperienced view,
yeah.
waste of time.
In the UK, small businesses are owed billions of pounds in late payments. 3/4 of small firms say they have no procedure in place to chase slow-paying customers.
Payment on debt.
We're not going to take anything because you're going to pay it.
Today, they're on a highly unusual job. They have a High Court writ against a famous football club. It commands them to collect money owed or seize goods to cover the debt.
How much is it for?
More power while we're in there. Can I make our position clear on this today? We're here today to either collect money or remove goods from the property to obviously cover the debt, okay?
No,
so if you could get your accountant, it's not a problem.
Right, okay. But can I ask you to go on the other side
No.
of the door? Right, okay.
Okay, no problem.
If you have a look through that window, you'll see him going to another office. See if you can see anyone.
Players' lounge. They're being quite evasive here at the moment, which is it's unusual for the size of an establishment it is. Now, they've already set the boundaries with trying to shut us out and shut the door, so we're just going to carry on now and see what happens. So I don't know if you want to just walk upstairs and see what's up there.
How you doing?
With big corporate companies, you'll find that most of the time you'll speak to 4 or 5 people before speaking to the person that you actually need to speak to.
Any news?
No, nothing at all.
After nearly 20 minutes,
Yeah, there's nobody in there.
Okay, thank you.
they spot an open door.
That one's locked as well, Brian. Oh, there we go. Oh. There we go. Hello. Hello. Okay, that's fine. What we're going to do now, if you want to advise your accounts. Excuse me?
She's just on the phone, so
OK, I'm going to call a locksmith now to get into. Would you like to talk to us?
You'd like to just go and wait in reception?
I'll wait here, it's fine, thank you.
Go and wait in reception?
No, I won't wait till reception, no. With the attitude that I've been met with so far, I'm going to wait here.
Well, there's been nobody here to deal with you.
There has been plenty of people here to deal with me.
There's nobody authority here today.
So in 15 minutes' time, I'm going to escalate to removal.
We're going to be a bit firmer here. We're not happy with the way they're behaving.
Yes, I can. That's what I'm here for. I suggest you speak to your legal department now. Brian, just get the vehicles ordered. Let's get the stuff.
I'm going to get some other guys down here.
Finally, after nearly an hour, a senior figure from the club appears.
Afternoon, guys.
Hello, sir. How are you?
How you doing?
Thanks for coming down.
It's all right, I'm on my way to Portugal for some conference. Would you like to come with me?
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Here we go.
A club official has been forced to turn back from a journey to the airport. He has just 45 minutes to resolve the issue before he leaves for his flight.
First bit of hospitality we've seen today so far.
And we understand it, well, you know, it's understandable.
I've only got a brief bit of what's happened, but it's a bit of a conflict.
It's fine. We'll explain everything. We'll hear your side, it's not a problem.
He blames the non-payment on a disputed takeover bid.
There's a ownership now between the current chairman and the past chairman.
OK.
As to who owns the club. The simple thing is, you know, the club doesn't have the money in the bank.
That's fair enough, we respect.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
I mean, I'll lay it on the line to you. If we can't satisfy this High Court writ today, we're ordered to seize goods on the property. I'm not interested in politics. If they've got internal politics, it's entirely up to them. I just want to satisfy the writ outstanding. That's my politics. I've got contractors being contacted at the moment. I don't want to go down that route. If we don't get this satisfied, we will go down that route today, yeah? But I don't want it to go down that route today. I would rather you speak to somebody and try and get it resolved the right way.
Whatever's going to happen will happen today.
9 million Britons are considered to be in serious debt, and it's not.
Take care. Do you remember before we got on our way here, I said there's meant to be no kids connected or anything?
Yeah.
There's 6. Property is being repossessed.
For?
Unpaid rent.
Well, I have proof to state otherwise.
Well, I'm afraid we have a court order that says we need to repossess it.
Oh, OK, so now what?
What you need to do is you need to get some stuff now. I understand. Now, hold on. Hold on. Look, I'm going to give you the bad news first. I understand you have 6 kids. We're going to give you this, a copy of the writ. You need to take it to the council. They should emergency accommodate you.
OK.
Because effectively now, you are homeless.
OK.
Do you want to go in and get some stuff? Have you got a caseworker at the council or anything?
I have a social worker. I haven't got no coal or nothing.
OK, look.
The mother is adamant she has paid the rent.
I've got proof here that I've been paying my rent and I've given her cash.
Where's the proof that you've paid it?
When she moved in there, I gave her £200 for the keys.
Yeah.
And she comes on a weekend after that, I give her £400 cash.
Yeah, but OK, you've just accounted for £600. What about the other 8,400? How much is the rent a month?
£1,400, well, 12.
1,200. Have you paid anything since Christmas?
No.
OK.
Well, that's what it is then. This sort of rent arrears obviously counts because you haven't paid it since Christmas.
No.
So I'm sorry to say that this does stand.
It's hard sometimes when we're throwing families with kids out onto the street for non-payment of rent. Sometimes we'll liaise with the council, let them know what's going on. We'll do our best to help them where we can.
They've got a duty to look after you and your kids. They do. Pack some stuff for now. Get yourself down the council. I will give you my number. When you get down there, get them to ring me. I'll speak to them. If you've got someone you can ring now, I'll speak to them now.
She calls the council.
Oh, hang on, 1 minute. Oh, sorry, 1 second.
Who's it?
Just council, I don't know.
Hello? The social worker is aware of the situation. You said intentionally homeless. How have you come to that conclusion? No disrespect for you, but as far as I'm concerned, I think you guys not having a duty care towards 6 children.
The council claim she's made herself intentionally homeless and say they have no duty to help, which gives the enforcement team a moral dilemma.
Council is saying they're not going to house her.
Why?
She made herself intentionally homeless by not paying the rent.
Wrong. What do the social services say?
Social services will have a different view on it.
Ben calls them to see if they can help.
I did speak to someone in the housing department.
Right.
And they were not very cooperative and said that you would have to deal with it. They weren't going to deal with it.
Oh, that's good of them.
I know. If you guys could sort some, I don't know, temporary emergency accommodation out.
Do you want to put back on the...
Then the social services are saying, well, you'll have to speak to the housing department. So if you look at the hypothesis...
Position here and what's going on, yeah? I mean, that's all I can ask you to do.
The club is undergoing an ownership battle, but the official needs to deal with the debt. He has just 45 minutes before he needs to leave for an urgent flight, so he makes a call.
That one's sensible. Nice chap.
Yeah.
I think they're going to go for their goods.
No.
No?
Nope. The old chum ain't going to pay it. The new one ain't going to pay it. I'm just going to leave the club in limbo out there.
Wow. Well, looks like we'll be cracking on then.
It does, so.
Half an hour later, the club official returns. He now has just 15 minutes to spare before leaving for his flight. Biggin Hill, Kent. 4 days ago, Paul and his team evicted tenants who owed their landlord nearly £10,000.
Would you look at that?
On arrival, they found a family with 6 children and a house in a state of neglect. They eventually persuaded the mother to go to the council to appeal for emergency housing.
You there in person with your children is a better defence than you on the end of a phone.
Today, Paul is back to let the family in to collect their belongings. He's brought his daughter Emma along to help. When Paul last saw the mother, she and her children had nowhere to go.
What did the council do in
Well, I'm happy to accommodation in Catford, which I don't really want to be in right now.
Is that just for how long?
28 days.
But have they said they will give you accommodation?
No, because apparently I've made myself intentionally homeless.
So how does that help you with the kids then?
It doesn't really help me. I've got to find my own accommodation, really, haven't I?
The entire house needs to be cleared in just 3 hours, so Emma pitches in.
Ready for more bags yet, or?
No, I've still got loads.
You're OK?
Yeah.
And you're all right on your own?
Yeah.
The £300 fee for the enforcement team's visit must be paid before any items are removed. Her partner is supposed to be sorting it out.
Have you brought the money with you?
Yeah, I have brought the money with me.
OK, I'll move it. Please don't get agitated, because we're here to help.
Well, it's in the way. I'm trying to back in so I can get my gear right.
But if you pay me, I'll move the van.
Well, I'm giving you 1 and off until I've done the first 2 trips.
No, it's 300 or you just lock up.
I've got to go to the bank to get
I'm just going to lock... Well, that's how, go and get it then.
Once I go and drop the first lot off, I can go to the bank and get the rest of the money. I haven't got the rest of the money on me unless I go to the bank.
It doesn't work like that.
Just wait a minute. Now you're saying I've got to go all the way back to the bank just to go and get the money now. I can't, but she's going to be here anyway.
We're helping her to pack. We've offered to do that already.
I understand.
We've supplied the bags. We're perfectly reasonable. And we'll help and carry the bags up the stairs. We'll do everything in our power to make it work. Trust me, I'm the most reasonable man you could ever come across.
OK.
Right, so you go to the bank, you get the money. There, we'll help her pack and start carrying the stuff upstairs. Well, people seem most surprised that we won't go back for nothing. Bearing in mind, these people have had rent-free accommodation for 6 months. So they've saved 10 grand and they're arguing of paying a small sum, really, to get an officer to go back and open the property up and stand waiting while they load the van. Why do they expect something for nothing?
Her partner finally returns with some money. In cash.
All there?
Thank you.
How
much is that?
230.
7, 8, £9.70. £9.70? Short 30 pence.
There's £230 in paper money and all the rest in change. As if that's going to upset the balance, so we just sat there and counted it.
With the fee finally paid, the family has less than 2 hours to finish moving out. But it's slow going.
It's 3:30. Ideally, we'd be out by 5. Simple. How much else has got to go?
All of it. Still got to go out there. Still a washing machine.
Yeah, they've still got a house full of furniture. All they've moved out so far is like the blooming clutter.
The 3 hours is up, but the house is still a mess. So Paul instructs them to move everything into the garden.
Well, whatever we can't see, it's going to have to go back out there. I'm going to have to keep coming back until it's gone.
Oh, that's okay. No, that's okay. It's not a problem. Do you want any more bags? I've got really big bags.
We're going to need them. I've got some in the back of the van as well.
Where have I got me coming? Buses.
It's taken 4.5 hours.
All done. Have you got the keys?
Yeah.
But the family are finally out of the house. At last, Paul can lock up. With the house emptied, the extent of the property's neglect is clear.
My sympathies are entirely with the landlord. The landlord is destitute. She's moved up to Norwich to look after her mother and was relying on the rental income to actually live on. So she's had no income since Christmas. So she's completely flat broke.
In a few days' time, Paul will need to give the landlord her keys back. She hasn't seen her house since the tenants moved in, and she's in for a shock.
A report by a leading debt charity shows that small business owners and the self-employed have much higher debts than other people. The self-employed face average debts of 18 times their annual income.
Brian and Graham are heading to Wembley.
What have we got next, mate? We've got a High Court writ. Outstanding balance at the moment is 5,256.18. And we're going to one of them storage unit things, I'm sure it is. Right next to Wembley Stadium. That's where, yeah, it is literally right next to Wembley Stadium.
The High Court writ entitles Brian and Graham to enter the business premises and seize goods to the value of the debt.
Business storage and personal storage, offices to let.
But the company named on the writ is based inside a storage facility. It's the first time Brian...
Let anybody on site until I've got clarification from my company.
Despite the police presence, there is still deadlock. Graham has a plan.
What we'll do in 5 minutes' time, we'll go through and then we'll look through ourselves and make our own inquiries. OK?
You can't go to the house.
Yes, I can.
The officer just said himself, you can only go...
I didn't say that. I can go in to determine where they are.
They have a £5,000 writ and police backup. But will Brian and Graham be able to resolve this standoff?
We're going to have a look around inside now. We've established the authority we're working under. We've come to an agreement that we're going to go and have a look around.
Now all they have to do is find the lockup where the debtor's company is situated.
What number do you want?
That's 5-2.
5-1.
Please. Hello, sir. What company is this? OK, thank you, sir. Hang on, there's officers up here, mate. Brian!
You got it?
Yeah. Took us a while.
They found the debtor's premises.
This is the unit. They've obviously got an office here as well, but this is the unit. We'll get authorisation now and we're going to go in.
But no debtor. Brian and Graham will break in and seize assets unless the manager can get him on the phone now.
Just let them know we're here. There must be someone we can get hold of. Yeah, because I don't want to go in unless I have to, yeah?
Back in the office, it doesn't take long to get hold of the debtor.
Hello, sir. There's a High Court writ with your name on it outstanding for £5,256.18. Yes, sir. I mean, can you not pay this, sir? Can you pay half of it today, sir? I need a minimum of 2,500 today. OK, thank you, sir. Cheers, bye-bye, bye-bye. Progress, hopefully. There you go.
Over 2 hours after they arrived at the storage facility, Brian and Graham finally meet the man they've been searching for.
How are you doing? My name's Graham Aldred, High Court Enforcement. How are you?
What, the deal?
Yes, you talking to me? Yes, yes, yes.
2,000 on card, yeah?
Two on the card, yeah.
The debtor pays nearly half the outstanding amount now and agrees to pay the rest in 3 weeks.
If you don't pay it, we're going to have to come straight back in. We don't want to do that, my friend, yeah? No, we don't want to. But if you don't do it, I will be back.
tell someone slim.
Oh!
That's original.
Almost everyone parts as friends.
Guys, thank you so much, yeah?
No problem, Bert.
We got off on the wrong foot, but we got there in the end. Yeah?
And at last, the police can leave.
Well done. Thank you so much.
All together in November. So I was painting houses, I was up ladders, I was window cleaning, I was coming up and down to London for jobs when all I wanted to do was a passive income to help my sister care for my mum. And they knew that.
Yeah, but I'm afraid with people like that, there's no kindness, it's just seen as weakness.
Well, I met them at a parenting group and she
Really?
knew about my family and the difficulties we've had and that are ongoing, and she knew everything.
Really?
And
still took advantage?
We've had a really, really rough time. Oh, my God. What's that? It's just rice everywhere. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What's that? Oh, my God. Oh, God. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Flag. Lovely. That's my kid's trampoline. We loved this house. We loved living here, and I just wanted to help my sister and my mum. And she's robbed me of time with my family, and that's what really hurts.
What's your next move?
Well, just clear it, clean it.
And then sell it, or...?
No, I'm not now.
No, OK.
Because I'm not going to be beaten by this experience.
No, I understand.
What happens when you get into debt
You have to do something for me, darling, because it's your fault.
and you can't
I'm going to struggle to pay this.
or won't pay it back?
It doesn't matter what you want, sir. Unfortunately, that's the law.
We meet the High Court enforcement agents who are pushed to their limits.
Evil! You have to thank to hell!
Well, I'll smash the window then. It's false imprisonment.
Dealing with desperate debtors.
Hello?
In dramatic situations.
You want to stand here like a big man.
Leave it. Talk to me. Talk to me.
Push me about.
We meet the people who are losing their homes
I don't know where I'm going to stay for the night.
and their possessions.
The desks are going. Everything.
Okay.
Because whatever happens,
High Court enforcement.
if you can't pay, they'll take it away.
According to a new survey, rising house prices have led to a record number of landlords evicting their tenants in order to sell their properties. The number of tenants losing their homes rose by nearly 40% in the last 12 months.
Paul Bowhill and Steve Pinner are High Court enforcement agents. They travel hundreds of miles across the country, collecting debts and repossessing properties.
No, I've actually drove an Arctic up here once.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I knocked about 19 wing mirrors off.
Today, they're in Ponders End, North London. They have a writ instructing them to evict a mother of two from her rented house.
Looks like a straightforward writ of possession. There's not really any money on the job, just costs. You're looking for 46, where those gentlemen are standing.
The landlord is selling the property. He's been asking the tenant to leave for over a year, but despite being given a county court judgment, she's still there. The case has now gone to the High Court, and the tenant must leave today. The landlord has also arrived.
The landlord.
All right, yeah. Can you just make yourself scarce for 10 minutes?
Someone up there. Curtain's just moved.
Excuse me.
Could you open the door, please?
What?
We're from the High Court. We have an eviction order. We're from the High Court. We have an eviction order.
Well, I'm not feeling well.
I'm sorry.
I didn't receive a letter.
We've got the letter to give you here.
No. I'm just calling the people. You know, you're the man. I'm just calling and say to them.
If you don't open the door, we will break in.
Wait.
Coming down, Steve. Most serious misconception about High Court enforcement is, do we have the right to do this without giving them any notice? And the answer to that, quite simply, is that we don't give them notice on the day, but they've had 6 months' previous notice from other courts.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We're High Court enforcement agents. You have a writ here.
I didn't see because I'm in the hospital.
You see this?
No, I didn't see this.
OK, this is for you. OK. What the situation is now is you have an hour to pack your personal effects, and then you can make an arrangement with the landlord to come back and collect the rest of your property. With this, you take this to the council. OK, sure. This is the writ.
I'm in the hospital. I'm not feeling well. Let me show you the paper. I'm in the hospital.
No, I'm sorry, can I interrupt there? None of this will make any difference. You have to leave today. You've got an hour to get your personal belongings together, and then you can make an arrangement with the landlord. If you get down the council office straight away, because you've got children, they'll give you emergency accommodation.
Oh.
The landlord's here, and he wants you to move out, and he's got a court order.
No. The landlord didn't say to me like this.
What's the landlord's name?
The landlord didn't say to me like this.
Mr. Daly is the landlord.
No.
I'll just go and have a word with the landlord.
Miss Malmiche denies receiving notice. So Paul speaks to the landlord, who's waiting outside.
I've given her a year's notice, like, you know, and it's just, I don't want to.
So you've been actually suffering this for a year now?
Yeah. Cost me over £2,000.
Over £2,000?
Yeah.
The tenant has 1 hour to pack her essentials and leave. But instead, she's on the phone to her letting agency.
I'm calling the agency.
Hey, please do.
Hello, darling. You know the court is coming to close the door here. Hold on, let me speak. Let me pass you.
Calm down.
I can't calm down because I don't know where I'm sleeping with my kid, you know.
Hello then. Who am I speaking to? Well, you're the agent, so you know what the process is that's happening here. The tenant was obviously told to leave by the county court. That date has gone.
You want to send me the letter to tell me the date to move it, but I didn't.
There is no letter sent.
But where is no letter sent?
We're from the High Court, not from the County Court.
You are from the High Court.
There is no procedure.
Because I've got kids, you want to provide, you want to move this.
The council will do that for you.
No.
Well, I'm sorry, it's going to have to be done.
Put your shoes, darling. Put your shoes.
People are confronted by a life-changing situation when we knock on the door, so they react as they feel fit. Their ultimate objective is to create so much fuss that we will back down and withdraw. It's just never going to happen.
30 minutes after the agents arrived, Miss Malmiche is still arguing with her letting agent.
No, Carly, you want to do something for me, Carly, because it's your fault. Hey, come here, please. Carly, please, I'm not shouting here. Don't shouting to me, to you too. If something has happened to me, you and my landlord are going to sue you. Carly, why you hang up the phone?
OK. Could you get some stuff together? You need identification for the council, any medication you need, phone charges, things you'll need for a few days, clothes for you and the children.
No, give me just 3 hours.
No, won't happen. Won't happen. Can't happen. We have to be somewhere else.
Miss Malmiche finally seems to have got the message and starts to pack.
Well, hopefully you'll get a new home today. So if you go to school and you have a new home, you won't know where it is, will you? So it's best to be with Mum today, get some clothes together, like you're going on a small holiday, and help Mummy. That's all I can say. This is not necessary. She knew ages ago that she would have to move. Then she should have started to get things into order until the day when the young lad wants to go to school, and he can't, because if he comes home, he'll have no home, he'll have nowhere to go.
The hour is up, but Miss Malmiche...
He was in the hospital. I showed them the paper, look. I was in the hospital.
I'm sorry, just making
Yeah, because if something's happened to me, you know.
Do you want us to call an ambulance now?
Paul's patience is running out.
Would you like to get some fresh air?
No, it's just an abuse, isn't it? The landlord's been trying for a year to get his property back. Yes, the rent's been paid, but he still wanted to get the property back. And he's come back 4 times from Ireland, and he's faced this every time he's come back. I'm sorry, I'm the most patient man in the world after you, but I'm sorry, my patience wears a bit thin when you're being shouted at aggressively, and she didn't even stop when I raised my voice. So that proves that doesn't work, doesn't it? She's not going to listen anyway. She's wasting our time. We need to be at the next job.
With 2 young children, Steve wants Miss Malmiche to ask the council for emergency accommodation.
Tell the council that the house is sold, and you need help to move.
But the housing is going to say, where's the letter? The letter to advancement.
You've got that letter. I've given you that letter already.
You didn't give me
Yeah, I did. I have 2 of these.
No.
This is the one.
Maybe it's the best.
Yeah,
You
you.
didn't give me. Just show me. You didn't give me.
No, I give it to you. Honest. Honest, I did.
No. You just show me. You didn't give me.
Okay, this is my copy. Do not lose this. Without this, you will get no help.
Changed my name for a long time. My name is not Fiona. It's Laini Kawa.
But this is the property. This is the address.
In my passport, I don't have this name.
So, where is your name that you changed to this name? You need paperwork for that.
Sorry, Steve, can I just stop there? It's immaterial. It's not our problem, it's the council's problem.
Yeah, you're going to explain to me, but why are you so good like this? You know, I've got
Because I've got other things to do.
He's trying to help me, you know. He's trying to help me. You're going to explain to me the situation. Because I don't know, but why you...
He is explaining to you, but you're trying to...
Because I don't know, I'll try to explain to you.
Okay,
You know
what I'm saying is...
You're so good, you know.
What I'm saying is, this is what you need.
It's been over an hour since the agents arrived, but Miss Malmiche is in no hurry to leave.
It's all right, I've had to come out there. We're just going into stage 3. I've changed my name. This isn't the name on my passport. This changes everything. All complete and utter rubbish. Doesn't want to talk to me. It's my turn to be Mr. Nasty, but it is. I am Mr. Nasty today.
But Steve's calm approach pays off. The family are finally ready to leave.
Okay, let's go. Don't leave the baby. Please do not leave the baby.
The house is now empty. Then, Miss Malmiche spots her landlord.
You know this fucking house, you didn't fix nothing to your house. A very, very bad condition.
It's done.
And you
It's
did
locked.
nothing. And I'm calling you tomorrow for my thing. Don't travel before I get my stuff. On Tuesday or Monday.
Well, the quicker I doubt the better, because I need to tidy the house up, like, you know.
I don't care. I don't care.
Well, I don't care.
Because you want to...
Whatever you do, do not leave the door open.
Oh, yeah.
Till they're gone. Okay. Okay, what I've said, best thing for you two do is go and get some breakfast.
Yeah.
Get them out of the face. And then if you want to come back in 10 minutes to have a look, make sure they're gone.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, thanks then.
Miss Malmiche and her 3 children are now homeless. It will be up to the council to give them a bed for the night.
The reality here is they'll be put into hostel accommodation, and they might still be in hostel accommodation for a year.
Recent reports show that Britain's economy is on the up, but the number of people in debt is still rising. Figures suggest that single parents are the worst hit, with their average debts almost doubling in the last 12 months.
"6:30 p.m. High Court enforcement agents Brian O'Shaughnessy and Kevin Stokes are travelling to Ashford in Kent to execute a writ for over £5,000.
So what do you reckon they're going to be here, Kev?
Of course they are, mate. It's that time of night, mate. They're just sitting down at their dinner.
Knock, knock.
Knock, knock. You got £5 grand.
The debt is owed by Janice Lomas to a former landlord. If she can't or won't pay, the agents have the right to seize goods to offset the debt.
Hello, my dear. Looking for Janice?
Yeah.
Yeah, is that you?
No, that's my daughter.
Oh, could I have a word with her?
Janice! I've opened it. Why? Can you tell me why?
Yeah, I'm a High Court enforcement agent. It's about a High Court writ against Janice.
She's just got out of the bath. Can you tell me I'm her mum?
Can I just come and talk to her? Is that all right?
Come in.
I'll come in on my own, is that OK? It's regarding a High Court writ, Janice, for 1A Christchurch Road. Is that where you used to live? Yeah. Yeah, that's where the writ was issued at, and we're here at this address to enforce it. Right, OK, you can come in. OK, thank you. Yeah, no problem at all. Oh, yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, of course, no problem at all. I'll tell you how much it is, and it might, it's £5,351.50.
Jesus Christ, going daily, yeah?
Yeah, it was originally £3,702.70.
Janice's former landlord claims she left thousands of pounds worth of damages when she vacated his property. But she disagrees.
I contested for maintenance and repairs to the building, and I had my photos on my phone.
Yeah.
Just that absolute crock.
Okay.
Because the maintenance and repairs wasn't needed.
Yeah.
There is no way you're having the rest of that money out of me. The house was goddamn spotless, and I took pictures.
Right, this is how you left it, yeah?
That's how we left it. That's the day, there's the photos, if you look at the day I was evicted.
Yeah.
And that's how we left it.
Some tenants that we deal with have difficult times with their landlords getting their deposit back. Issues, you know, regarding that, and the tenant gets upset, the landlord gets upset, but I'm not there to judge that situation. That's what the law, the law's for and the courts are for.
Despite Janice's claim that the house was left in good condition, the debt must be paid today.
Is there anybody that can help you pay this?
No.
No. Is there anyone you want to give a call to see if they can try and help you towards paying it?
Who? Lily, I'm a single parent with 3 kids.
Okay.
And I look care for my pensioner of a mother.
Right. No, that's understandable. No, it's completely understandable. The only options we've got is if you can't make any payment, the High Court have instructed us to seize your goods.
What?
Which I don't really want to go down that route. I'd rather get this resolved. But
Take what?
I don't know. I don't want to walk... to be honest with you, I don't want to walk around your house and start going through your stuff. Doing a list of goods, I'd rather get it just resolved without having to do any of that sort of action.
The prospect of removing goods often prompts repayment.
Kev?
Do you want to come in?
Yeah.
Brian joins Kevin in the house.
Madam, does she own the car?
If she hasn't got that, she can't work.
Take mine if you want to take
office.
No, you're not take mine. Yours is worth one. Mine's our bang on it. Go take one.
No, they can't.
Listen. If you want to do that, we'll do it. It's up to you. Listen, let's work together and sort it out. Come on.
Don't want it. Look, you've got kiddies in it. I know.
Good luck if you can make more than 1,500 quid from what you can see. Fucking good luck to you.
With tensions rising, Brian tries to convince Janice's partner to get her to cooperate.
If we knew about it, of course, if we knew that this was coming.
Listen, we'll try and help as much as we can. All right, we won't be difficult in any way.
No,
yeah? Just work with us. Yeah. We'll treat people the right way.
The family now seem to understand the reality of the situation.
Something needs to be done now. We need to get something resolved now, and then obviously...
You've got £135.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to go and have a chat with your fella? Tell him he needs to come back to me with the best offer, and then I'll contact the right to contact, and we'll get it resolved that way.
But I've got £400 in my personal hand.
Can you take cash?
Yeah, we take cash, yeah.
I've got £400.
At Bank of Friends and Family, it's a must, isn't it? At times of difficult times in life, that's who you can rely on. Cards and cash is pulled out, and they come together, which is quite nice.
So if I can get you £1,000, if you can get £1,000, that'd be a great start, mate. She's got 400 quid.
I've got 400 quid.
She's got 100 quid. It's like 1,500 quid. That might suffice for today.
Despite their efforts, the family have raised less than half the debt. Kevin calls Brian outside the house.
Hello, mate. Our partner's might be able to get someone that's got £1,000 over the phone. The mother's got £400 cash. The lady here's got £100 in her bank. It's £1,500 she can do now, and then a payment plan if possible.
Can they do 2,000, then we'll set up a deal?
I'll speak to them if you want. They'll settle at 2, and then...
Chance.
No?
Start counting.
Yeah?
I ain't got a fucking hope in hell.
Okay.
I'm a single parent mother. Where do you generate £10,000? I barely pay my own rent.
Yeah.
I work full time. Not hope in hell. Tell them to start making the list.
Hello, mate.
She said try to do 1,500.
It's now clear the family have pushed themselves to the limit, so Brian goes back into the house to make a deal.
Let's get the 15 today, fantastic, yeah? Let's get a date for the other 500, then we set the arrangement. Nothing's going to be taken, is it? Let's work it out, let's get the paperwork done.
Yeah, no problem, I'll do it there. Did you if I count it, madam? Is that okay? Yep.
Yeah, I guess you can't count it, I'd count it. Can I have some
Of course you can.
Yeah, go. 20, 40, 68.
Yeah, 68. Give you our personal numbers and that so you can keep in contact with us.
I mean, they clearly haven't got it. It's the only option we've got at the moment. So yeah, we're happy to take. I mean, you've got to remember, 1,500 quid is a lot of money to find at this time of the evening, and at once.
After nearly an hour in the house, the mood begins to lighten.
I mean, at the end of the day, they're just doing a job. They could have been really shirty about it, because they found themselves faced with me going, well, it is what it is. You don't get blood out of a stone. Let's make a list, get your pen and paper. And they were really, really nice, bless them, both of them.
It was a lovely table. Keep your table. You need your family dinners.
She was a character, you know.
To be honest, she played it the right way. I wish more people would just invite us in, sit down, discuss it, come to a resolution. We're only hard when we have to be hard.
They're doing a job, aren't they? I tried to give them my car. He don't want it. He really didn't want my car. I don't blame him. I don't want it either.
Recent figures show that home ownership is at an all-time low, and the number of households renting privately has doubled in the last decade. But according to a leading housing charity, being evicted from private accommodation is now the main cause of homelessness.
It's 8:30 a.m. Paul Bowhill and Phil Short are on their way to Ilford, Essex, with a High Court writ to evict a tenant, Mr. Egby.
Well, it's a straightforward writ of possession. Yep. There's only the court costs on it, so they're uncollectible.
That's it, there's no history, there's no...
They're all straightforward till they go wrong.
Yeah.
Mr. Egby has come to the end of his tenancy, and the landlord wants his house back.
You're the landlord?
The agent, Chad.
Yeah, OK.
The letting agent has been trying to get the tenant out for months. He's here to make sure it happens today. No one appears to be in, but the writ allows the agent to enter the house by force if necessary.
We're looking for the twitching curtain or some sign that there is somebody in there. So we're always on edge that there might be somebody in there.
I'll see yes, please.
Thank you. Hello? Hello, is there anybody in?
Hello?
It's the first time the letting agent has seen the house since the tenant moved in.
How long have they been here?
3 years, I think.
3 years.
I'll show you the pictures. What was the kitchen before?
Just a mess, isn't it?
So you destroy the properties. Who's going to pay for it? He's not going to pay for it. I need to take him to another court.
It's just an absolute mess, isn't it?
It's unbelievable. Look at the right.
I mean, like food all over the floor. Careful you don't slip on that.
Hello?
Paul and Phil search the house for signs of the tenant.
Anybody here?
Appears not.
But then Phil makes an important discovery.
Someone left in a hurry.
Yeah, this is still warm. Have a look in the wardrobe. Still here. We do develop an instinct as to whether there's somebody in the property. I was trained to do it many, many years ago. I could walk into a house and either sense or smell that they are actually living there. Shithole.
After a thorough search, the tenant still can't be found.
I think he's scarpered out the back, because it's quite easy access to the main road, just through a gap in the fence. Go over there and over the fence and he's gone. But who leaves that open when they go out?
Exactly, yeah.
I'm just going to have a look through his stuff, see if there's anything there that's give us a clue.
Paul goes into detective mode to find out more about the missing tenant.
There's lots of different... There's loads and loads of posts here with different people's names on it, unopened. And he's run away. That's the curiosity. What's he run away for?
Seconds later, the letting agent receives an unexpected phone call.
Mr. Paul? Yeah? Your tenant on the line? Mr. Paul?
Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my neighbors have just informed me that you're at my house. I got a letter from Rumford County Court bailiffs that they're coming on the 1st, so I was intending to move out before then.
Yeah,
but I didn't get any notification that you were coming today.
Yeah, we're from the High Court, not from the County Court, and we don't have to tell you that we're coming. The reality is that you should have been gone from here probably 2 months ago. But how far away are you?
About 15 minutes away.
What I'd suggest you do is the landlord will be here. If he chooses, he'll allow you back in to get your personal belongings. Can you do that?
Let me have a word with him.
Yes, Solomon?
Yeah, hello, son.
Yeah, we are going to change the lock. If you're coming here in 15 minutes, I may request Mr. Paul to wait.
Okay.
Not more than that, yeah, please. Thank you.
Paul wants to know more about the mysterious tenant.
What does he do for a living? Does he work?
No idea. He said he's working, but I don't think so.
Well, he's kept the rent up today.
He's paying the money.
How much is the rent?
$13.50.
OK, it's a big house, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a big house, yeah.
15 minutes later, the agent's phone rings again.
We're not going to make it in 15 minutes.
Obviously, I wasn't expecting you this morning, so because of this traffic, I don't know, but I'll be there definitely within the hour.
No, sorry, I can't wait hours here.
Just tell him to get his arse here.
You want that?
What I'm trying to say is you were in the property when we arrived here, and you ran out of the back door. You can't be far away. I would like you to come back here immediately so that I can see you. That's all I need to do.
No, I wasn't at the property. No, I have somebody living with me.
All right.
Probably he was the one you saw.
All right. Yeah, but what's stopping you getting back here now? Where are you exactly?
It's just the traffic. I have to...
No, where are you? Where are you?
I'm coming from the southeast. I'm coming through the Roller High Tunnel. My morning is already challenged.
Okay.
Just tell him to get here.
Yeah,
Get
come.
it, we'll wait.
You said 10 o'clock, yeah? Okay.
The tenant is evasive, but the letting agent has a hunch.
He's not coming.
No, I don't.
Of course he won't.
Maybe he's here, he's watching us.
Yes, yeah.
He's watching us.
I've got to go, right, that's right. Well, we'll go.
Yeah, exactly.
And we'll stop at the end of the road there for 10 minutes, then
Okay.
we'll come back.
Okay.
I'll just get them together. So we feel the guy is watching us, and he doesn't like the idea of us being here when he comes back. So we're going to drive down the road, wait for 5-10 minutes, and come back. His bed was warm, his computer was on. He'd run out through the back door. He hadn't got time to pack anything, so inevitably he was going to come back. So we just add these components together and assume that he will be back as soon as he thinks we've gone. It just firms up our resolve. We weren't going to give in. And if it involved a little bit of subterfuge, going and hiding around the corner till he reappeared, so be it. My day is already ruined, he said. Where do they get the front? How long have you been here? I'll give it 5 more minutes. Hello? Sorry? Yeah, he's here. All right, thank you. Cheers. Well, that worked, didn't it? Good old landlord. It was his idea.
Paul and Phil immediately return to the property.
He's in the house.
Paul wants to talk to Mr. Egby before he disappears again.
Okay then. Yeah, bye.
Mr. Egby. My name is Paul Bowhill. I'm a High Court enforcement agent. We just repossessed the property. There's a copy of the writ. That's my telephone number at the bottom. Do you understand the situation now, that you have to liaise with the landlord to actually get the rest of your stuff out?
Yes, I do.
What do you take? You're just taking what you need now. How long will you be?
Sorry?
How long will you be?
As you can imagine, I wasn't expecting this morning. I didn't receive
I'm
any
sorry, can I
notification.
just disagree with you? This has been going on since last August. You weren't expecting it this morning because it should have happened months ago.
Well, I'm just trying to make the best of what I can do at the moment. All right?
Yeah.
Please.
Okay.
So if you don't mind, just excuse me.
Yes, certainly.
Paul and Phil wait outside while the letting agent talks to Mr. Egby.
So I need to re-rent the house as soon as possible. So you need to remove the stuff ASAP. You try your best. We try our best. So the end of the day, yeah. Look at the status of the house. When you moved in the first time, look at the inventory.
Sorry.
How the property was. Look at the status of the property.
Please, if you don't mind, just give me a few
Yeah, okay,
minutes,
no worries, no
please.
worries, no worries.
Please.
No, it's really frustrating me, you know why? The way I do
just hold on, please,
Okay.
please. Because I don't want to be calling you in another 5 minutes.
Okay, all right, that's fine, no worries. Carry
So
on.
if you don't mind, please, just excuse me.
The house is repossessed. It's not your property.
I understand
It
that.
belongs to him, and they have
All right.
authority from him
Can
to
I
be
go
here.
through, please? Oh, there you. Yeah.
After stalling,
Sorry.
Mr. Egby suddenly leaves.
Is there any way
Is he done now?
that...
Just lock him out. Tell him 5 minutes, we're going. Locking the door.
Without making any arrangements to collect his stuff, the tenant just walks away.
He's talking on the phone. So we must be leaving now. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
He's absolutely taking the mickey. Just lock up.
Yeah,
We'll go.
I know.
Paul and Phil have repossessed the property, but it's not over yet for the agent.
So this is another stress because he's left everything there. I'll feel better once the house is rebuilt. It's going to cost me another 10 grand, which is for no reason.
New reports show late payment of invoices is the major reason why 1 in 5 small businesses go bankrupt. In 2014, there were nearly 28,000 county court judgments made against businesses in England and Wales.
High Court enforcement agents Brian O'Shaughnessy and Kevin Stokes are on their way to New Malden, Surrey. The team have come to recover a large debt from Richard Baker, the owner of a bespoke furniture business.
Quite a lot of money, this one. This is for £11,403.64. From what the website looks like, they look like quite a respectable company, so hopefully they won't. Well, this one's going to be quite difficult, I find. Richard Baker furniture. There you go. Oh, it's nice stuff, isn't it? The kitchens, wardrobes, a lot. Well, then wardrobes might be worth £2 grand.
The writ empowers the agents to seize goods if Richard Baker Furniture Limited won't pay.
Hello, sir. We're here to see Richard Baker Furniture Limited.
OK, Richard's actually not here at the moment.
Would you mind giving me a call, please? I'm in possession of a High Court writ.
Right, OK. I'm going to shut the door.
I'm going to come in. It's commercial premises. We can force our way in if we need to.
Right, I'm not sure you actually can you legally?
Yeah, we can, sir. Here's my ID.
It's High Court. We're not bailiffs, we're High Court enforcement agents. We can get into the locksmith or force entry, but we'd rather not do that.
I'd rather just come in and just get it dealt with.
Right, OK. Well, I'm not willing to let you force your way in, I'm afraid. If that's the case, then I'm afraid you have to get the police down here.
Well, you can get the police, we won't.
All right, well, I'm not going to do that with your...
I'm going to ask you to keep your foot there.
Yep.
And you can call the police.
I'm not going to move from here, sir.
Obstructing the High Court enforcement agents is a criminal offence.
I would rather wait for the police. No accusations can be made. I don't want the gentleman to get hurt in any way. So it's more preventative measures that we put in place. We'll sort it out.
The employee calls the police.
Got his foot in the door. Could you send officers to the address? OK, thanks so much.
If you're not sure, the best thing you can do is call the police, obviously. Yeah. That's fine. We've got no problem with that at all, sir.
Is there any chance you could get hold of Richard? Yeah, lovely. Brilliant.
But Richard, the owner, isn't picking up his phone. A few minutes later, the police arrive.
Police are here.
Hello. How are you? My name's Brian O'Shaughnessy. It's my colleague Kevin. Here with the High Court writ. That's all the powers of entry, everything's in there. Commercial property, we can force entry if we need to. If it's residential, we can't. So that's why it's called the police, and we haven't got a problem with that. That's cool. No problem. No worries. No worries. That's right. Cheers.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Is there a we can have a chat?
Yeah, obviously I don't want to...
He can stay at the doorway.
We'll let him speak to him, sort the formalities, and then we'll go in. Kevin, when he's happy, the police happy with him, then just walk in, mate.
But after a few more minutes, Kevin has had enough.
I'm not going to stand here all day, so are we happy that I can come in now? You can either let me know I'm going to come in. Let me know I'm coming in. Let me know I'm coming in. Right. Okay, I'm coming in. Okay, I'm coming in. I'm not going to stand there all day, okay?
The agents might be in, but will they be able to collect the £11,000 they came for? Finally, the owner, Richard Baker, calls.
Here, and the High Court enforcement officers are also inside. The police said that they've got every right from the documents that they've got to gain access. It's from FM Marble. It's a High Court.
Rich.
Because the company ceased trading.
OK. Let's see your documents, Rick.
The owner claims that his company, Richard Baker Furniture Limited, is no longer trading and is not liable for the debt.
It's no good. I need to see official documentation from them, please.
He only needs to see official documentation from them. They're going to go upstairs, so they're only going to take goods.
He's fine. He just didn't know where he stood, which wasn't the problem.
The police know it though as well. They're in the building, Richard.
Brian and Kevin haven't seen any evidence to suggest that Richard Baker Furniture is no longer trading. Kevin starts to investigate.
Brian, everything's in the limited company's name. I'll check them now, but there's packages that have just been delivered that are all in that name. Certificate of Employers Insurance, Richard Baker Furniture. Health and Safety Policy, Richard Baker Furniture.
I really enjoy the detective work of it, the investigating side of things. I love catching people out and getting a result at the end of it. I feel like I've worked for the payment.
For Kevin, it doesn't add up. He's convinced the business is still trading.
Is Richard on his way?
Yeah, let's get him here and sort it out, yeah? Don't worry, all right? Don't worry. We can either play ball or we can't. It's up to you.
While they wait for Richard, the team start to look around for assets they can seize if he can't or won't pay.
It's lovely stuff, isn't it?
It is really nice stuff.
These are lovely, these wardrobes, aren't they?
I can't afford it myself.
What'll that go for?
Probably looking at around about £10 grand. I mean, everything's handmade.
Wow.
Just as Kevin and Brian start to think about seizing stock, the debtor, Richard Baker, arrives.
Hello, Richard.
Hello.
How are you? Thanks for coming.
Okay. Well, what I want to explain, I completely want to guide a company that
The debt is to ceased trading 2 months ago, but I should have written to everybody.
Right.
Richard gets his accountant, Hassan, on the phone.
Hi, Hassan.
Hi.
Okay.
The situation is Richard Baker. I mean, I've been advising for the last 6 weeks, and the company ceased trading.
Well, the problem I've got now, I found evidence in the office here which shows basically, you know, that's not the case. We're going to continue. This needs to be paid, Richard.
We've got the evidence that we need.
Richard Baker is sticking to his claim that the company on the writ is no longer in business. But then Kevin finds yet more paperwork.
Invoice. 1st of February, Richard Baker Furniture. Range Master. Thames Water Bill. 8th of January.
You don't want to play ball with us?
It's not about playing ball, it's about playing within my rights, isn't it, and being sensible. I mean, I've done everything by the book.
Well, you say that, but we haven't seen any documentation to that effect, have we?
With no proof that the company is dissolved, Brian and Kevin start to put the pressure on.
How about we take some sort of part payment then? I'm trying to work with you here. I mean, listen, I'll be happy with half of it, and then you can sort it all out tomorrow.
The company isn't actually shut down yet, which means that we can continue with action if we can establish that the assets belong to the company. One wardrobe upstairs sells for 10 grand. There's more than enough goods to satisfy the debt.
The company's valuable stock is now at risk.
OK, sir, if you need 10 minutes, then take 10 minutes, but we're going to make arrangements so the goods removed, sir. OK.
The team are hoping that the threat of removing goods will trigger payment. 20 minutes later, Richard calls the agents back in.
But all we can offer, you can give for £4 grand on a credit card until tomorrow morning. I'll personally thank you. That's all right.
Sorry, mate. James paid it.
Next time, Stuart and Vic meet a family in crisis.
It was a big shock when we walked in and it was a little boy on a life support machine.
As they face a heartbreaking eviction.
You can't meet a little lad like that and not be affected.
Look.
Brian and Dell turn detective.
Let us cut the nonsense.
Be prepared for scenes of intense aggression and highly offensive language from the very start and throughout, which may distress some viewers. What happens when you get into debt?
I'll do what I want. I will punch you clean through that window.
And you can't.
Tear my family apart!
Or won't pay it.
I can't pay you. I can't pay you.
We meet the High Court enforcement agents who are pushed to their limits.
Get back up! Get out of here! So somebody's gonna get hurt.
Dealing with desperate debtors.
I haven't been sleeping.
In dramatic situations.
I'm not getting irate for any other reason, and your van is on my drive.
We meet the people who are losing their homes.
I know this is your job, man. Look at me.
And their possessions.
That's fine, because I just listed everything and we'll take it.
Because whatever happens, if you can't pay...
We're going to take it today.
No, you can't.
They'll take it away. Personal debt in the UK reached nearly £1.5 trillion in 2016, and it's young people who are the hardest hit. The average debt of young Britons has almost tripled since the financial crash in 2008. Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor are High Court enforcement agents. They travel hundreds of miles each week, collecting debts and seizing goods. Today they're in Flintshire, North Wales, with a writ to collect nearly £5,000 owed to a garage.
This is our next customer, Mr. Oliver Wayman.
So how much does our friend owe?
If you give us £5,000, we'll give him change.
Really?
The garage carried out some repair work on a truck, but the debtor, Oliver Wayman, didn't pay the bill.
Here is it.
Oh, interesting.
Hang on, there's two houses here.
That's the cottage, the one on your right-hand side.
All right, okay.
If Mr. Wayman can't or won't pay today, the agents have the right to seize goods and vehicles to offset the debt.
Oh, very nice.
But this job is going to be one of the most stressful the agents have ever faced.
Hello there, sir. We're after Mr. Wayman.
Yes, I'm Mr. Wayman, yes.
Oliver Wayman?
No.
We're after Oliver Wayman.
No, he's not here.
Does he live here?
He doesn't live here. He lives. I'm his father.
Ah, right.
He just comes now and again.
Right. Okay.
I mean, yeah.
All right. Okay. We're a High Court enforcement agent.
No, clear off. Come on, get off my land, please.
No, we won't be, sir.
Come on, on your way.
We won't be leaving, sir.
This is my property, not his.
Oh, sir.
Step by the gate there.
No,
now.
we won't be, sir.
You won't.
We won't be, no.
Good. Fine, stay there.
Okay, no, that's fine. Who owns this vehicle here, sir?
Mine.
Is it? Have you got any documentation for it?
Get it, mate. I'm not talking to you.
Oliver Wayman's father claims his son doesn't live with him. But as this is the address on the writ, the agents have a right to stay and investigate further.
He's on finance.
We won't be, no. Not at the moment, sir, no.
Okay, thank you.
No, we won't. We won't be, sir. Do that then, sir. No problem.
Mr. Wayman disappears around the back. But then, another man appears from a neighbouring house.
Waiting for this gentleman.
Can we get your van off the drive?
Are you Mr. Wayman?
Get your van off the drive.
We won't be, sir.
Right.
Staying there at the
We're here
moment, sir.
with this house, sir, so this is...
It's my house, it's my drive. Get your van off the drive.
It'll be staying there at the moment, sir.
Get your van off the fucking drive.
It's staying there at the moment.
I want to bring my van on the drive.
Where's your van?
Over there.
The man denies he's the debtor, Oliver Wayman. But Vic is suspicious.
So we've got a High Court writ for this property. I know you don't. I know you don't.
The police. I tell you what, shall I ring the police about your trespass?
Yep, do that. Do that.
Yeah, you can
Perfect
do that.
idea. Do that.
I think that's going to be the easiest.
We're not bullying anyone, sir. You're the one that's come out with an attitude, sir.
Get your van off the drive.
It's not going anywhere, sir. We're protecting an asset at the moment.
Move your van.
Well,
I couldn't give a shit.
yeah, good.
Flying a fucking
Good.
airplane into Mars.
Good.
Move your
So
van.
that's why it's staying here. So that's why it's staying here. Some people are aggressive. It can be physically aggressive as well, but it's something you've just got to learn to take in your stride. Some people use it as a tactic to think that we're just going to jump back in the van and leave, but it's not going to stop us executing the writ.
Move your van off my drive. You can park over there and do what you fucking want, but that is not staying here.
Are you Mr. Heyman?
No.
You're not?
No, I'm over there. And you can. This is my drive.
Fine. Right, I'll go around this way then.
With such extreme reactions, Vic suspects that the two men aren't just neighbours. He spots a clue.
That van over there is the same registration as that, mate.
That's my car.
This gentleman has told me that's his vehicle.
No, it's not. It's mine.
He just told me it's his.
No, it's my vehicle.
Well, then someone is lying.
Yeah, someone is. Someone does
He
lie.
just told me it's his vehicle. Can I ask you something?
What?
Are you Oliver Wayman?
No, I'm not. Move your van. Fuck off.
Are you related to this gentleman?
No. Now get in your van. Fuck off.
All right. You're not related?
No.
You're not... not even... If you're not Oliver, you're not another Mr. Wayman.
No.
That's definitely him, mate.
It's definitely him. I've had so many lies thrown at me of people that don't own property, that don't own goods, claim not to be the defendant, and then find out that they are the defendant. It's part of the job. It's a game, isn't it? It's water off a duck's back to me.
Vic changes tactic. He wants to try and calm the man down and persuade him to reveal his identity.
Excuse me, sir. Can I just have a quiet word with you for 2 seconds?
You can't have a fucking quiet word with anybody.
Are you Oliver?
No, I'm not, mate.
Who are you?
Hey, it's none of your fucking business.
Right. Why are you so protective?
Why? Because I don't fucking like people like you.
Well, I've got a job to do.
I know you've got a job to do.
I don't know you and you don't know me. Let's be honest, okay?
I'm
I
not
don't know
going to
you.
reason with you, mate. Take your van and fuck off. Step
No.
onto there if you want,
No,
mate.
just stay near
Step
it,
on my
mate.
right. Why are you on my drive? You're trespassing.
I'm not trespassing.
You're trespassing.
Don't please don't have me
You're
removed.
trespassing.
Don't please have me removed.
Fucking will, mate. You fucking arrogant cunt.
The situation is becoming volatile.
I'm not getting irate for any other reason, and your van is on my drive, so move it.
With tempers rising, will the agents ever get the £5,000 they came for?
Move back! Move back! Move back! Move back! Move back, I'm telling you!
Be prepared for scenes of intense aggression and highly offensive language from the very start and throughout, which may distress some viewers. High Court enforcement agents Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor were in North Wales to recover nearly £5,000 owed to a garage. The name on the writ was Oliver Wayman.
Oh, he's not here.
Oliver's father said his son didn't live with him.
Get off my land, please.
We won't be leaving, sir.
Then, the man who lived next door denied that he was the debtor they were looking for.
Who are you?
Just
None of your fucking business.
And tempers reached boiling point.
I'm not getting irate for any other reason, and your van is on my drive, so move it.
Now, the agents need to find out who the man is. So Stuart turns detective. His paperwork gives the name of Oliver Wayman's DJ equipment business, DMT Audio Visual.
I went on the internet, found a mobile number on it. I'm going to ring him.
The man's mobile rings.
We can resolve this matter.
You're here bullying him.
We are. We are.
Fuck off, mate.
I'm not going to go anywhere, sir. I've just rung your mobile for DMT audio-visual, and it's just wrong, so you put it on silent. Yeah, so...
Stuart has blown Oliver's cover.
I believe that you're Oliver. Yeah, you are. I thought so, yeah. It is him. It's immensely satisfying when you actually prove somebody wrong, when they've been lying and lying and lying, and our gut instinct and our true instinct has come up top.
With Oliver's lies exposed, the agents must now try and recover the £5,000 they came for.
Come on, let's stop messing about.
Come on, then.
The total amount outstanding, sir, at the moment is £4,946.
But Oliver has his own version of events about the garage debt.
The truck, which belongs to my friend, came back from Ibiza and he said, take it somewhere and get the MOT on it because MOT's run out. Yeah?
Right.
So I rang them and they said, yeah, we'll sort it for you.
Right.
Oliver claims he authorised £500 worth of work on his friend's truck, but received a bill for £3,500. He refused to pay.
Apply for it to be set aside so I can put my side of the story through.
That's fine, and that's the right way to do it.
And I've sent it by recorded delivery as well.
As Oliver claims he's appealed the case, Vic phones the court to see if the writ is still active.
What's on the system currently? Right, just fine. Right. Your form was filled in incomplete. So now, at the moment, this is an active writ. Okay.
Where can I get money from? Working my balls off to pay off the fucking debt.
Oliver now claims he has no means to pay the £5,000 the writ demands. The only option for the agents is to seize goods. Oliver's work van is free of finance, so Stuart decides to clamp it. Without the van, Oliver's DJ equipment business is at serious risk.
How am I supposed to work without the truck? That'll be it then. That is the only way I can make any money is my van.
When we deal with a debtor, if they don't want to make an effort to pay towards the debt, you leave us no choice. But I don't want to take away someone's work vehicle because if he's not earning money, he's not going to be able to pay the debt. So we can obviously look at a payment plan.
Despite all the abuse, the agents decide to throw Oliver a lifeline.
I will leave it as 48 hours. We'll put that on a control goods agreement.
The vehicle, yeah?
Yeah. I think, to be honest, we're being pretty decent with them.
A control goods agreement means that if Oliver doesn't pay within 48 hours or resolve it with the court, the agents can take the van to offset the debt. But before they can make their offer, Oliver calls in reinforcements.
Oh, you're all right. Right. You what, sorry?
You woke up in the morning, so you're doing the High Court bailiff.
What, sorry?
Yeah, no, you sleep at night, mate.
Bullies, that's all you are, bullies. Taking people's homes.
We don't do that.
Bullies. It says it on
It says on the back, yeah.
It says bullies.
Yeah.
Thugs.
The protesters are from a local anti-bailiff group.
You're going to find this everywhere you go.
Yeah.
We've had enough. We've had enough of you thugs. You tell me what you do that you're so proud of, you High Court bailiff. You are a thug. I don't
Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Stuart decides to call the police.
Need immediate police assistance, please. It's a very high amount of attention as we're getting threats and all sorts. We need immediate police assistance for breach of the peace.
I don't know what you do for a living, but I know what I do for a living.
Trust me, I know what you do for a living.
License. Is it?
Yeah. I haven't got to put a signature on it, right? It's admissible, I know, because I deal with this every day, mate, back home in Liverpool.
Correct.
It's boring.
Okay.
Where's it not signed?
It doesn't need to be signed. There's a High Court stamp. People think that the job that we're doing is incorrect. The laws that we're enforcing are incorrect. But we wouldn't be doing this job if we're going to break any laws. I'm not in the job to break laws. I know the laws like the back of my hand.
Despite the intimidating situation, Vic needs to put the deal to Oliver.
I'm trying to help you, mate. We're going to try and give you 48 hours to raise funds or get your paperwork back to where you were supposed to get it.
Yeah.
Oliver seems prepared to listen, but the protesters aren't backing down.
You need to get out of my private space, please. You need to get out of my private space. I just want to get...
So you just walked over.
No, I'm going to go...
You're on private property.
Yeah, I've got the right to be here. I've got a right to be here.
No, you do not. You'll have to walk round me, right, because you can't invade my space, right? He's got to walk round.
I've got to... Oh, my God.
The police arrive just in time.
Hello there, officer. High Court writ.
There's no wet signature on that bit.
Can you just go and stand with them while I just speak to those on here? Yeah.
The reason the High Court stamp is there. So it's...
Just stand over there a minute while I find out.
Yeah.
All I'm here for
It's breach of the peace.
is breach of the peace.
Yep.
With the police present, Vic tries once again to sign the agreement with Oliver.
Obviously, we know now you live here, so if we have to return, we will have to return.
Is that a threat?
No, I said if we have to return, we have to return. Excuse me, it's a High Court writ. I've got the right to be here.
You have just threatened it.
I've got the control with you, so we've agreed to give you 48 hours.
But most can you just follow us to the van, we've got to take the palm off, is that right?
Despite the protesters' objections, the agents have persuaded Oliver to accept their offer. He now has 48 hours to either settle the debt or get the writ set aside by the court. If he fails, the team will be back for the van.
So we were that close of walking away, when the next minute you've got...
The monster raving Linny party.
You've got 3 mobile cameramen in your face, in your personal space. He's got a pretty good case to go back to court, but he needs to go back to court. I just hope he doesn't take his legal team with him.
Last year, the number of county court judgments issued against consumers in England and Wales reached their highest level since the financial crisis in 2008. More than 2,000 CCJs were issued every day. Plumstead, South East London. High Court enforcement agents Delroy Anglin and his son Dale are on their way to recover a debt of nearly £7,000 owed by Daniel White to his ex-girlfriend.
We're going to collect £6,785.17. All right.
His ex-girlfriend proved in court that she'd spent significant amounts of money on Daniel during their 5-year relationship. Daniel's ex escalated her case to the High Court, and the agents are here today with a writ. Spotting an open door, they quickly gain access to the block of flats.
Well done. Third floor. It's quick moving, that was, catching that door. Yeah, I had to. Try the door. Hello? My name's Dale Anglin. High Court enforcement agent. I'm looking for Mr. Daniel White.
Yes, that's me.
Say yourself. Where's got a High Court writ against yourself?
Yes, I received. I did phone your office. I'm actually living here. Just been offered a sort of couch to sleep on. So
Right, whose house is this?
Natasha's. She's just sort of let me stay here.
Who was the claimant to you then?
That was my ex-partner.
Your ex-partner?
Yes.
The agents need to get into the flat to assess whether there are any assets inside that they could seize if Daniel can't or won't pay the debt back to his ex.
This person here who's couch or sleep on.
This is my partner.
So you don't sleep on the couch at all?
Well, I do sleep on the couch.
Let's go in and have a look, shall we?
Come in.
Thank you.
Daniel claims that he doesn't live in the flat, but Dale is suspicious.
Obviously it's your partner's house, there's photos of you two obviously everywhere.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
So obviously you live here, is what it is.
With Daniel's lie exposed, Dell turns up the pressure.
First things first, Daniel, can you pay the money?
No.
Have you not got any money or savings or...?
Got nothing at all.
We don't know that. We've already caught you out being economical with the truth, haven't we?
Some people do tell a few little white lies. Some people will generally be intimidated and scared themselves, and they'll tell it out of fear. It's our job, effectively, to find out the difference between people that can't pay and people that won't pay.
You can see the issue we're going to have today, then, if you're not going to make any efforts to try and get this paid on.
Yeah, no, I know, but there's not a great deal that I can do about it really at the moment.
You don't have any family or friends that can help you?
Nothing that can help at this stage. No, not this amount of money. I come from a very poor family.
Daniel claims he can't pay and is reluctant to ask for help. The agent's only option is to seize goods.
The issue we need to deal with now is obviously who owns the goods inside of here.
Yeah.
Can you get your partner on the phone? I don't know if you want to speak to her so she can supply evidence of who actually brought the stuff in here.
Daniel calls his current partner, Natasha.
You've got proof of the stuff you own in the house? What, the bailiffs? No. She's on her way back.
You've been trying to protect your girlfriend from this, which is fine. I'd expect you to do that as a man.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is, this needs to be paid or we need to come to an arrangement.
Okay.
When debtors get into debt, it's important that they resolve it. Because if they don't resolve it, it infringes on everybody around you. You need to face up to it and you need to deal with it. I'm there to ensure that the debt is paid. And I drill down and dig in until such time as it is paid.
20 minutes later, Daniel's girlfriend, Natasha, arrives home. If she can't show that the goods in the flat belong to her, she risks losing them to pay off her partner's debt.
Start listing.
Walking over my carpet. Look, honey, can you fucking tell them to stop walking over my stuff? Can they at least just stand like there or something?
The agent's visit has clearly come as a shock.
Like I said, he doesn't even live here. It's not on the tenancy.
Okay, it's not on the tenancy agreement. That's, 1 second, stop. Calm down and talk. Yeah, firstly. 1 second. How do I know that your possession's not his? You're saying he doesn't live here.
He didn't even live here until September last year.
Okay.
Which clearly shows these are my possessions.
Have you got any receipts for the items here?
I can only show you bank statements.
If there's not receipts, I'm going to take the items from this house.
No, you can't.
Natasha, you need
I'm
to
trying to
listen.
speak so we can get it resolved.
Well, you know what? You need to listen. Stop getting emotional. Were you going to
You
listen?
need to speak to us and we can try and sort this out.
Natasha has no proof any of the goods in the flat are hers, and Daniel is still making no effort to raise funds.
Calling the police.
I'll tell you, I've asked you, I want you to listen, right? And if you don't want to listen,
Fine, I'll listen.
right? Now, we're here because your partner owes money. And he's not giving us any choice because he says he can't pay 1 pence. Now, if he's not prepared to help himself, then this is going to happen because of you. Now, I'll ask you again. Can we come to some form of payment arrangement? Otherwise, I can guarantee you I will be removing. If this is going to be what it is.
The agents have been in the flat for nearly 40 minutes. Finally, Daniel starts to make some calls to try and raise funds.
I understand it's emotional for us. It's obviously got the right. Obviously, it's from a previous relationship, so it's even harder on her. But we seem to be making some headway now.
I know you said, can you call her?
Who, sorry?
My mum.
Yeah, no worries. My name's Dale Anglin, High Court Enforcement Agent. The outstanding sum we've come here today for, as it stands, is £6,785.17.
Daniel's mum can only pay £3,000, less than half the debt.
How much can you afford to pay a month?
£70
A month.
Dell phones the office. He hopes the claimant will accept the offer of £3,000 plus £70 a month until the debt is cleared.
Right, mate.
Yeah, we're okay to carry on that respect, mate. £3,000 today, £70 per month, yeah.
Excellent, that's what it is, yeah.
All right, Del. Cheers, mate.
Okay. It's in. It's all good. All done. Your arrangement's been accepted as well.
Okay, yeah.
So, you know, apologise for how it was. It must have been a shock for you, to be fair. And, you know, it's at least it's sort of resolved. It's going to get addressed now, isn't it?
The case is resolved for now. But Daniel and his partner don't intend to let the debt go unchallenged.
It's not fair when someone's trying to ask for money back when they was in a relationship just because they're upset now. It's not right to go and expect money. So we will take her back to court and probably actually ask for that money back.
He went from his mum can't help, dad can't help, this person can't help, no one's helping, all of a sudden, bang.
This person he called paid.
Mum's helping. You know?
Thank your dad. Please. Please. Thank your dad, dude. Hush him up.
Dell and Dale may have resolved Daniel's debt, but in Stuart and Vic's next case, they meet a garage owner
You don't supposed to go in that fucking office.
who really doesn't want to pay.
Are you going to get some money? Are you going to get some? Are you going to get some? No, please don't swear.
Research has shown that small businesses are increasingly turning to the courts to claim money owed to them. The number of county court judgments issued by small and medium-sized businesses increased by nearly 25% in the second half of last year. High Court enforcement agents Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor are in Salford with a writ to recover just over £6,000. It's owed by MOT Garage Manchester Commercials and Sons Limited for unpaid consultancy fees.
Get the van washed while we're here, Vic. Get a writ paid in full and get the van washed. What a winner.
2 for 1.
The garage is a family business. If the owners can't or won't pay today, the agents have the right to seize goods to offset the debt.
Would you like to do this one, Vic?
I'll let you do it, mate.
Let me do it. Yeah, thank you.
Well, I'm right behind you.
The business is owned by 3 partners, Cleveland, Ansell and Glenn Forbes. Stuart hopes that at least one of the owners will be on site today.
Okay. You're all right. So after Cleveland, Ansell or Glenn? Are you able to get them on the phone? We're High Court enforcement agents.
Who are you, sir?
I'm part of the business.
You're part of the business. What's your surname?
My name is Forbes.
Forbes. This is one of them then, right? It's an outstanding writ in your company name that needs to be paid today, or we will be taking control of goods here that will be sold at auction. Do you understand that?
Just a minute.
Forbes is the surname of the owners, but Vic needs to find out which one the man is.
Are you Cleveland?
No.
Ansel?
Yeah.
Now Mr. Forbes has admitted it's his business, Vic can explain the writ.
You see this? It's a writ of control. Outstanding balance as we speak now is £6,384 and 99 pence.
The first I know about it, I don't get a letter. I don't get a letter.
You won't get a letter from the High Court, sir. How are you going to make payment?
I make payment when I don't have and I don't get nothing. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
In that
I don't
case,
get
sir,
nothing,
like
I don't get no
we'll have to
paperwork.
take control of goods, which means that you won't be trading today, I don't think. If we take control of the goods outside and have them removed for auction, okay, I don't think you'd be able to do any MOT.
The MOT thing, you cannot take them, they belong to the government, so number one, you cannot take them.
If you can provide documentation today...
Yeah, and plus,
hang on,
again-
sir, hang on. You've got 7 days to prove to the court who they belong to, okay? Unless you can raise some funds, okay?
I have no funds.
Okay.
Mr. Forbes, two things are going to happen today. You're either going to make a payment towards this debt. If you're not going to do that, we are going to take control of goods.
If the letter come, I don't get it. If it goes
So,
on, I
explain
don't
to
with all
you.
due respect, when we asked where the owners were, you said they're not here at the moment. We've already had one false accusation. So to say that you haven't got a letter, sir, I'm sorry, but it doesn't hold water with us.
Talk to us. Let's start from the beginning. Right, you tell us your side of the story.
What about? I tell you at the beginning. A couple years ago, some bloke came here, said they will get our rates down, right?
Yeah.
And he's charging £4,500. So
So what did you pay?
want to say all that I could just do them thing myself.
It appears that Mr. Forbes refused to pay for the advice he was given. The claimant took the case to the county court and won, and then escalated it to the High Court. Now Stuart and Vic are here to collect.
High Court has looked at it and said you owe the money as well.
I cannot say nothing less.
Sir, we're going to go through this whole building.
Stuart starts taking an inventory of goods that could be seized if Mr. Forbes can't or won't pay the debt.
Get him from out here.
He's going to start recording goods, sir.
Hey, you don't supposed to go in that fucking office.
Excuse
I
me.
don't fucking care. Don't tell me I don't fucking care.
No, don't threaten us.
Get him fuck out there before I throw him out. No, hey, listen, you can't just come in and take it.
Can, sir. Yeah, we can do.
You're breaking the law.
We're not breaking the law.
We're not breaking the law, sir.
In any way, shape or form.
Me and Stuart have been working together for a long time, so we know how we work. On most cases, he will take the lead, apply the pressure. They will take offense to it. That's where I will come in as the good cop, try and calm the situation down.
Talk to me, sir. Stuart,
Yeah.
just give us 5 minutes.
All right, no problem.
Mr. Forbes, look here. This is a warrant. We can go anywhere we want to in this building with this paperwork. If you don't make any payments, sir, we're going to take the goods. You've got to work with me, sir. Come on. I'm trying to help you.
Mr. Forbes tries a new tack. He claims that the ownership of the company has been transferred, and therefore he's not liable for the debt.
Actually, the company name is changed, so you can't do anything.
But Stuart has already turned detective.
Look at your MOT licence from the Driver Vehicle Licensing Agency is in that company name that's on the writ, Manchester Commercial and Sons Limited. So your company's trading under that name regardless what that says. When you actually prove somebody wrong, to prove to them that I know that they're lying gives me immense satisfaction. Are you going to get some money? Are you going to get some? Are you going to get some? No, please don't swear. Okay.
It doesn't matter.
Mr. Forbes' son steps in to try and reason with his father and explain the agent's tactics.
You have a good and you have a bad. He stops you and he goes around and searches around the place. That's what they do, that's their job.
Something take computer, computer.
Anything that you're going to take, it's out of our hand.
With Mr. Forbes showing no sign of paying,
He's not paying.
Stuart decides to apply some pressure.
How is that recovery?
He calls for transport to take assets away from the garage.
The recovery vehicle needs to come to Cheltenham Street. We've got MOT service equipment, we've got tools,
So once we've run recovery, you need to talk to me.
we've got computers, desks. Okay, no problem. Speak to you later. Bye-bye. It's coming from Aintree, sir, so you've got about 45 minutes to raise it. It's a pressure point that we use. It makes the defendant realise that this is what's going to happen if you don't listen to what Vic is trying to tell you. It has an amazing effect with people who are trying to find any reason not to cooperate with us.
With the prospect of losing assets vital to his business, Mr. Forbes finally starts to talk about payments towards the £6,300.
I'll give you a deposit. I'll give you a pay part of money and I'll get it started.
How are you paying, sir?
I'm giving a check.
I'm not taking a piece of paper. Don't take checks. We don't deal in checks.
Where's the law say that you can't take check?
I've done my work for a long time now. I know what I can and can't do, sir.
Right, if you don't want the check, I have to go to the bank and say you can't get the check and give it to you.
You're going to get cash out. You need 6,300.
I'm going to get £2,000.
£2,000?
Yeah.
It's not near enough, sir. You've got to pay 50% today, sir. 3,300. Then hear the balance.
You look for a minute.
We found a pressure point with him, because the second I started to get serial numbers, he started getting very aggressive. And he's gone to the bank now to see what money he can actually get out the bank. It's a game of poker at the end of the day. So let's just see what happens.
But after 45 minutes, there's still no sign of Mr. Forbes.
Hi. Have you spoke to your dad?
It's on his way back, about 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Thank you very much, sir.
If Mr. Forbes doesn't come back soon, Stuart and Vic can start taking goods, even in his absence. But after another 10 minutes, Vic's patience is wearing thin.
Can't wait any longer, mate. He's on his way back.
Yeah, it's on his way back.
We've been here for 2 hours now.
Finally, Mr. Forbes returns.
He's back still, but let's just see what he comes back with.
I'm going to tell you one thing. Alright, listen.
Okay.
This man is a decent gentleman. If you come and I bully you here, I don't care.
Have you got the cash then we can leave you to get on with the rest of your day, so.
Don't you believe me? I don't take bullying.
No, it's all
Come
sorts.
in and decent. Don't do it. I don't like it.
But so you understand we've got a job to do, and we understand you have a job
but
to
you
do.
understand, but why you don't behave like you? Why doesn't behave like you?
So let's resolve this matter, Sid. The money's here, then we'll go. How much have we got here? 3.
There's 3,000 I've counted.
500, 3,500 cash. Is that all you can get?
Yes.
Mr. Forbes may have found half the money, but that doesn't mean that the claimant will accept the deal. Stuart calls the office.
He's paid 3,500 in cash to us now, and he can clear the rest in 30 days' time. We've got a controlled goods agreement in place for the equipment that's in the garage at the moment. Bye-bye. Yeah, that's fine, yeah. 30 days.
30 days. Balance to be cleared is £2,884.99. Signature and name, sir.
If Mr. Forbes doesn't clear the balance in 30 days as agreed, the agents will return to seize the assets.
Get us to the bank now.
Yeah, they'd lose it.
Everyone's got a pressure point, and his pressure point was he didn't like us wandering around taking control of goods. Some people class it as a tactic, like a bully boy tactic, but it's not. It's one of our powers that we use, and that's what's forced him into the payments.
Household debt in the UK has risen by more than £34 billion in less than 3 years. A recent study has shown that over 8 million adults are struggling with their debts. High Court enforcement agents Delroy Anglin and his son Dale are back on the road, this time in Dartford, Kent.
What have we got, Dale? We have got Miss Janet James. She owes the amount of £3,704.26.
Janet James owes money to a solicitor after she decided to drop a compensation claim following an accident.
Decent houses, though.
Yeah, some parts of Dartford is okay, you know.
The claimant has transferred the case to the High Court, and Mrs. James must resolve the case with the agents today.
Hello, my name's Dale Langdon, High Court Enforcement Agent. My name's Dale Langdon, High Court Enforcement Agent. I'm looking for Miss Janet James.
Please don't try and intimidate me.
I'm not trying to intimidate you.
You'll have to wait till my husband comes home now.
Are you Janet?
He'll be on his way home now.
Okay, no worries, that's fine. But are you Janet?
Why?
Because that's who I'm looking for.
Well, he's on his way now.
Okay, but obviously if you're not her, then I can leave. Hello.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Well, wait a minute.
No worries.
Mrs. James seems unwilling to talk, so Dell does a vehicle check on the 4x4 in the driveway. If it's free of finance, it can be seized to offset the debt.
Clear of finance, yeah? Excellent stuff. Thanks very much. Value 1,500 quid. That's after debt, isn't it? Okay.
A vehicle is one of the most valuable assets we can seize. For us, it's the best bargaining chip we have, which can make our job a lot quicker if they won't communicate with us.
5 minutes later, Janet's husband arrives.
Oh, hey, let's have it.
What the problem is?
Good afternoon,
No problem.
Huh?
No problem.
What's it?
With Mrs. James refusing to talk and her husband wanting answers, will the agents ever get the £3,700 they came for? High Court enforcement agents Delroy Anglin and his son Dale were in Dartford, Kent, to collect £3,700 owed to a solicitor.
I'm looking for Miss Janet James.
The debtor, Janet, shut the door on them. Dell found out that the car on the driveway was free of finance and could be seized.
Value £1,500. That's after debt, isn't it?
But then Janet's husband arrived.
Oh, we're looking for a Miss Janet James.
Right.
We've got a High Court writ against her.
Now the agents need to get Mr. James to work with them so they can get this case resolved today.
I'm waiting for the bird from the Citizens Advice Bureau who's dealing with it.
Right, what is they've transferred this up to the High Court now for enforcement purposes.
Right.
Obviously, the amount now outstanding is 3704.26, which obviously we've come here today to collect.
But you can't because we've got nothing. I'm going to get in touch with the Citizens Advice Bureau and get back in.
Mr. James claims he and his wife have disputed the debt.
We are going to have to take this car.
Yeah.
I don't want to provoke him too much, but at the same time...
5 minutes later, Mr. James comes back out.
Citizens Advice are getting a solicitor. We're supposed to be having this put aside.
Set aside, yeah.
He claims that following an accident, his wife was cold-called by a firm offering to win her £1,000 in compensation.
A couple of weeks later, they've sent the paperwork for it. Basically, you want to rewrite history, that's called lying. We're not going to perjure ourselves.
No.
Yeah, no, can't argue with that.
So then they've gone ahead with this shit.
Unhappy with the solicitors, Mrs. James halted proceedings, but then the firm billed her for their time and took the matter to court.
We're in a situation where that money needs to be paid.
Well, there's nothing I can do anyway.
You've got no funds, no money...
No funds whatsoever. I've got about 50 quid in my pocket, and that's it.
While Mr. James claims he can't pay, the agents must get the case resolved one way or another.
We'll have to start looking at whose assets are here, for example, the vehicles.
To take a vehicle, we're just going to fuck her up and soil it.
Listen, that's why we're trying to sort out payment as opposed to removal. When you back out,
the minimum amount of money you could take?
it will be half. About £1,800 would be the minimum we could take today.
And I was not well able to get that.
But with the risk of losing the 4x4, Mr. James starts trying to raise some funds.
We don't want to make his life any harder by taking a vehicle, which clearly she needs. However, it is what it is, and it's got to be dealt with.
Mr. James has his son-in-law on the phone.
Hello? £1,800 I can take today to walk and give them some time. Yep.
He's going to go and pick me missus up.
Yep.
She's got a lump of money on her. She's going to go to the cash point, get the rest of it,
Yep.
and then come to you.
Mr. James's son-in-law offers to pay half the debt. But there's a problem.
Can you jump in the 4x4, mate?
The issue we've got on the 4x4 is obviously that's the only asset we have here of hers.
Listen, fella, listen, you want this problem resolved, this is the best way and the only way it can be done within the next half hour. He needs to jump in the 4x4, he needs to pick the missus up with the baby, because the baby sits in the 4x4. And we'll pick the money up, she's got 900 quid on her now, we're going to go to the cash point and get the rest and bring it back to you, fella. Please, get this resolved as quickly as possible, okay? Yeah.
But Dale is worried that the 4x4 may never come back.
We won't be able to let you leave with that vehicle. As it stands, the only leeway we've got if you don't pay this is this vehicle. So obviously I can't really give that to you.
You can't leave because you don't trust us.
I don't know you. It's not a matter. It's not that I don't trust you. I don't know you. So it's like you saying you trust me. You don't. You don't know me. Yep.
The agents are in a dilemma. They would rather get a payment than seize the car. But if Mr. James doesn't return with the 4x4, they could end up with nothing.
He seems quite genuine. He seems cool. Our hands are a bit tied on it. If he's willing to work with us and pay half, I'm going to trust him.
I don't like it too much. You're asking me to trust him to go with the vehicle. It's a bit of a gamble.
But our options are limited.
Despite Dell's reservations, Dale makes a decision.
My untrusting side says no, but it is sunny after all. So are we going to let him take it?
I like the wee part.
Dell moves the van to allow the 4x4 to leave. All the agents can do now is wait.
He'll come back.
I think he will.
I just don't know if he's going to come over the car. It's a bit of a gamble. I'm in one of those situations where if he's got it wrong, I will enjoy the drive home.
I've been proved wrong before. Me and my dad have different ways of doing certain things. Sometimes we do disagree. Sometimes in this job, you do have to just go with your gut feeling on it and trust people.
20 minutes later, Dale's gamble pays off.
Extremely professional. Hope you, son.
Mr. James's daughter has half the money.
Okay, yeah, of course,
Yeah,
of course. We'll just count it up and write it out. There's a copy of the receipt.
Mrs. James now has 14 days to appeal the case or pay the remaining half of the debt. If she doesn't, the agents will be back.
I know nothing about gambling. He gambled and won on this occasion.
I gambled and won. He turned back up with the car and the money, as he said. Good judge of character, I guess that's all it is.
Just luck.
Next time, Stuart and
ধরে গেলে পুটকির ভিতরে বাড়ি দিতে পারলে
শিবন শিবন ছোটা ঠিক আছে কি রে বরে কো
জীবন পরে আসো পরে আসো আগে চিন্তা ও শিবন একটা মোটা চাইতে লাঠি নিয়ে আসো তো যাও
মোটা লাঠি
এডি পরে যে
সহজে না ভাঙে
এডি পরে এই মুস্তাফার মতো উল্টা পাল্টা উল্টা নিজে দরকার নাই এলাকা হইলে ঠিকই দিতাম আমার আর বাপের টাকা দেওয়া গাঞ্জা খায় না কি খায় আমার দাদা দরকার আছে
ওই জানে সব দিকে আমরা করতেছি
ওই
দেখতে লাভ নাই ভিডিও করতেছে সব কিছু না
কি সব দেখো
ভালো কাম করছে সত্য কথা কয়া
উদে দাঁড়ায় থাকতো
থাকতো
এর আগে যে তিনটা ছিল তারা পর দেখে কি রে কি করে ডি পর গেছে গা
এর আগে তিনটা দাঁড়ায় ছিল
অনেক আমগো জানে যে আমরা মাছ ধরি না এলাকা দাঁড়ায় না প্রথম এটি দেখে ওই এক পোলা ভাঙ্গা পানি আইছিল দেখতে